of a food that's a vaccine?
You recognize?
Yes. The ability.
Breaking news.
Can you give me an example of a food that's a vaccine?
You recognize?
Yes. University of California, Riverside has already perfected the ability to put human vaccines into our lettuce right now. Also tomatoes has the ability to do that also for UC Berkeley. And then Big Tobacco, RJ Reynolds and stuff has perfected the ability to put a human vaccine into tobacco products.
Chairman Clements?
And is that even legal to do in the state of Tennessee, to sell those with a vaccine in them?
You recognize?
Well, I'm not arguing that point. What I'm saying is there is no law deeming those that when you go into a grocery store, you should know as a consumer, this head of lettuce is a head of lettuce. The head of lettuce right next to it could contain a vaccine in it. All we're saying is if it does have the vaccine in it, make sure it's listed as a pharmaceutical so people can get the proper dosage.
You recognize?
Thank you. Well, my question is right now, can you walk into a grocery store and there be a head of lettuce for sale that has a vaccine in it? I don't think that's allowed under state law presently. And if it is, and you have to list it as a pharmaceutical, are we going to then have Walgreens pharmacists with a refrigerated section? I mean, how's this going to play out?
You recognize?
Thank you. This is more of a consumer protection bill right here, is to make sure that if you...
Breaking news. Donald Trump just stated anybody 18 through 25 with a juvenile record, boy or girl, has to enlist into the Army. So y'all get ready. All the ones that want to be on baddies, all them YNs, anybody that on a shiesty, get ready. Chitty chitty bang bang. It's all over CNN, Fox News, World News, National News, Top News, YouTube, TikTok, as you see. It's going down. I mean, but y'all always like to fight and always want to shoot. Y'all, this should be fun, right? Everybody finna have fun doing this shit, right? Might as well out here dying in the hood and shit. Might as well go out there and die for your country. It's not...
It was all just a test to see if you would comply. They're so proud. They're so excited that the test worked. The World Economic Forum finally tells the truth about COVID. It was a test of our obedience to rapidly forming New World Order. And for those of you like Dude and DT Bro and the rest of you motherfuckers that are going to try to debunk this, this is exactly what the WEF has posted on their website. What you're looking at right here is a screenshot from the WEF World Economic Forum website. Their language, their heading, COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility. A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted by billions of citizens across the world. There were numerous examples globally of maintaining social distancing, wearing masks, mass vaccinations, and acceptance of contact tracing applications for public health, which demonstrated the core of individual social responsibility. It was a test, all a test.
Gene editing is now officially in our meat industry. Lobbyists for the cattlemen and pork associations in several states have confirmed that they will be using the mRNA COVID vaccines on their livestock. Attorney Tom Renz has been warning that there is no law requiring anyone to give informed consent for vaccine food. There are no laws requiring anyone to tell you the food you are buying has been vaxxed with the spike protein clot shot. The UK recently passed into law the Genetic Technology Precision Breeding Bill. The bill amends the Environmental Protection Act of 1990 to exclude references to precision-bred organisms so far as they relate to marketing. Precision-bred organism is another term for gene-edited. So now in the UK, food that's been gene-edited can be legally marketed as non-GMO. And if this UK gene-edited meat makes its way to America, it can be labeled non-GMO here as well. And so long as it's butchered in America, it can be labeled product of USA. The fake alternative meat being pushed by Bill Gates and others is made of immortal cell lines. Gene editing is now officially in our
Chicken nuggets exactly at home. Our first ingredient is bleach. Cheap mass-produced chicken in the US is dunked in a chlorine bath to disinfect it and to soak in some water away. Let it sit for 30 minutes. Then roughly cut it and put all of it in the grinder, including those things. You want a pink, disgusting looking paste. Time to season our nuggets, and to make them juicy they add sodium phosphate. I got this heavy duty industrial cleaner from Home Depot. McDonald's probably use a food grade one, but this is essentially the same thing. Then add yeast extract, wheat starch, natural flavoring, safflower oil, dextrose, citric acid and salt. Mix all of this together and shape into chicken nuggets. Now we need to coat them. Water, flour, corn flour, baking powder, then a cocktail of phosphates that's great to make them puffy, but not so great for your kidneys. And some spices. Mix it well and throw them in. Now to fry this, they're using a blend of cheap, genetically modified seed oils. But that's not it. They add to the oil TBHQ, a petroleum-derived preservative, and dimethyl polysoloxane, essentially silicone, so it doesn't bubble too much. And then when they are done cooking it, they're placing it boiling hot into this paper container that's actually lined with polyethylene for extra microplastics. Send this to your friends who are addicted to McDonald's and let them know, would you eat this crap? Yes, it's disgusting. Here's how to make them.
For the mark of the beast.
The new ATMs here at the UVA Credit Union in Berkmar in Charlottesville, Virginia. Looks like they're made by Hyosung with a thing that looks kind of like the buildings there in Wuhan, China. This looks like a bar to possibly scan your license plate or your vehicle. Down here we have ID card scan, I assume, for option cards. Over here we have a palm vein scan, which looks like possible microchips. And so what they're going to do is they're going to require mandatory vaccinations for all Americans and all of your children. And if you do not, comply with them, then they are not going to allow you to have access to your money. They will take your children. You will not have any kind of benefits, but they will give you the option to opt out, to give you free will to make this your own choice.
This video should get you to start opening your Bible and prepare for the end times.
They're prepared.
Women with a large body count, that sperm stays with them. Every man that ever nutted in them is a part of them. It's found in their DNA, it's found in their brain, it's found in their cells.
Why women's body count matters biologically. I'm a neuroscientist. Let me explain. Studies show that women absorb and retain the DNA of every man they've been with via sperm. This foreign DNA has been found in the brain, organs, and reproductive system, but nobody talks about the consequences. And that DNA isn't just stored, it's used in creating future children. A woman's past men leave a permanent biological imprint. Ever wonder why some kids resemble an ex more than their father? This is usually why.
So this is why you can have a kid with a and the baby don't look nothing like you because of large body count. Some of the times it'll take on the attribute of one of them exes. So you're not fully responsible for this retarded ass kid because it's mixed up with a whole lot of different dicks.
No need to go to the cinema.
I believe this is largely theater at the top. It would be asinine to believe that it is impossible that USA, Israel, and Iran got on a fucking phone call and said, let's talk about how this is gonna go down. You need to look good, I need to look good, you need to look good. So Trump, you get to take out our nuclear facilities. We're not gonna make a nuclear bomb anyway. So if you wanna bomb this empty crater somewhere in the mountains, you get to and look like a tough guy. We can't look like pussies after. So we're gonna retaliate against one of your air bases. This air base over here. Because if we look like pussies, then there's gonna be riots and our government's gonna change. We have to look like we're protecting our people. Israel, you fire rockets at us, we're gonna fire a whole barrage of shit back at you. But nothing's really gonna blow up. There'll be an odd explosion here or there in the distance somewhere caught on a camera phone. I mean, with 50 ballistic missiles in a city as densely populated as Tel Aviv, there should be thousands of deaths. Where are they? There's none of it because it is a big orchestrated play. I believe this is large.
Good day. Tonight I learned something that keeps with my brain and I want to share it with you. Watch this. I want you to go to Google and Google Translate Latin to English. And I want you to write here A AstraZeneca. Do you see? AstraZeneca, the road to death. If you don't know what AstraZeneca is, here is it. For all the people who took the AstraZeneca vaccine, good luck, Habibi. Good day tonight.